Right. So, uh, so Dr. Ibrahim, let me do a very quick, introduction, right? Because I think,
Okay.
I'm sure already you've seen this, but I want to really quickly do an introduction and stop on a page which is going to help the rest of our conversation for today, right?
Okay.
So, about us, we are, Step Up .1, and our idea is to, give most of the organizations who are working on refugee camps, they basically, teach skills,
Mm.
or teach something, or do something, but what we do differently is we have combined learning and earning together,
Yes.
so that they don't learn with one person and then continuously wait for forever to get a job, right? uh, from whatever a little I have been told, there is no program that has ever been successful in a refugee camp situation to get like jobs at scale. You
Mm.
understand, right? This is not jobs for one or two people here and there. We are talking about skilling a million people,
Yeah.
getting them jobs for all of those million people, and creating an economy for the host country or the host county. So that's our ultimate aim.
Mm.
And it started in the World Economic Forum in 2019, when this person Muhammad Hassan from the same camp where Berberi and Kisa have just joined us, challenged us to teach him a marketable skill and connect him to global opportunities, as opposed to continuously sending some checks, or aid or charity. So one of the things that we don't do is, we never accept charity. We don't take donation as a policy, because we feel that we have to earn our money, and that's the only way we can sustain, Step Up and sustain, our graduates. After hearing his speech, I contacted the Kakuma refugee camp, which is what you see in this picture. It's in Kenya. It used to be the world's largest camp, but not anymore.
Mm.
Um, it has around 200,000 people today living in this camp. It existed for more than 30 years now. Some of these, for example, Muhammad Hassan was born in this camp, and he has never seen anything outside this camp for like 23 years until he came to Davos. We pitched the idea to the UNHCR executives who run the camp. The one in the middle is Sukru, who is the sub office head of Kakuma. He loved the idea. Together we decided to choose social media marketing and social media selling as a skill that we will you know uh, train the refugees on.
Mm.
He gave us 5 to start the program with. We skilled them, we trained them, we got them all jobs, and then we moved on to 50 in 2020, and then we are on a way to become 500 by the end of this year.
Wow.
We designed and executed a plan uh, for training everybody. The good thing about this plan is, um, it's just one URL that we share with our refugee graduates, and they have to learn everything themselves. There is
Okay.
no teaching, there is no hand holding, there is no spoon feeding, there is no. If you cannot learn from my training yourself, then you will not be able to actually work for a client,
Mm.
because I need, that's my test as well. But the step by step plan is so easy that people who have never even seen a school are now graduates, because it's so easy. All you need to do is how to move your mouse, how to
Yeah.
click, how to copy, how to paste, how to listen. And some people don't even need to know to speak in good English, as long as you can write and read and listen. You know.
Mm.
Um, but one great thing we did, Ibrahim, is we handpicked the same tools used by the top design agencies here in London,
Yeah.
so that when the work gets delivered, like for example, you talked about a video.
Yeah.
Uh, we don't go around shooting a video with our cameras.
Mm.
We never do that. We use Lumen 5, which is a state of the art product from Canada, to deliver our video, right? And we use Canva for posting, we use ClickUp for projects, we use Hootsuite for orchestration. So for example, just Hootsuite alone, if you have to go out and buy it right now,
Yeah.
it'll cost you $1,500 a month,
Mm.
right? I mean, but we have got a partnership with Hootsuite. which allows us to use Hootsuite for free for all of our clients. So it's this also gave us a boost in terms of, we are not doing some Mickey Mouse social media. We are using the same things that the top design agencies are using to deliver their professional service. Like, if some of these agencies would cost $1 million a year to even hire, but we are able to do a very similar job. Of course, we can never match their style and creativity, but a very similar kind of a thing, sitting wherever we are sitting. And then we trained each other, to use the right platform to deliver the right impact. For example, in your case, we will not be using Google or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Eventually we might use Twitter, but right now we are going to use only LinkedIn and LinkedIn Sales Navigator, to be even more precise. So these are the three services we deliver: marketing, selling, and other services like translation, data entry. But really, the third one is not something that we focus on. Many clients that we do the social media, they almost force us to do the third one, as a like they just like working with us and they just give us that work. But we don't try to actively, try to get that work.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the most important slide, Ibrahim. I think, this is what we are trying to do today with you. So we're going to do step one with you today. Okay, what is your objective? Understand the objective and understand the context, that you have. I think I have got a good understanding, having spent at least 3 hours with Dr. Swad. And once we understand the objective, we reframe that objective into a powerful story, right?
Okay.
We have seen your existing videos and we don't like them. It doesn't tell a story at all, in our opinion, right? It has to be, see, look, this is not some social media post video.
Yeah.
Which means this is not some kind of a video. In fact, the video that we create, we never would want to even post it in your social media if you want like that, right? It is a personal thing from Dr. Swad's identity or LinkedIn to an executive in the Middle East. It's a one-to-one communication between two people with a video.
Yes.
Okay. So that is why we don't like the typical marketing videos that people keep on doing. Like, we need our videos to be a bit more personalized. Number two. Number three is obviously convert the story into a video, which is what we are going to do for, AEL. Number four is the most important step. If we can't, so for example, many times, Ibrahim, we say no to some of our clients because we cannot identify their target audience. So just to give you an example, a restaurant in New York wanted to target all the people who will eat in their in their restaurant, right? And we said, look, we can't do that in LinkedIn. It's like you will be spamming people by telling that they can come and eat in your restaurant, right? It doesn't work. So we have to let them go because they really like the idea. They think this is so it's the price point is so low that they said we'll even give it a try. I said, look, you will be really spoiling your reputation, and we'll also be spoiling our reputation by working for you, because that's not the right way to reach out. We can do marketing for you. We can keep on putting good pictures and lovely videos on and post them, but we can't do selling for you. It's just not right. So unless we are able to when I say identify the target audience, Ibrahim, what I mean is there are 700 million people in LinkedIn.
Yeah.
We want to identify the 700 from the and then go after the 700.
Yeah.
So that job is not in any means easy, or it's one of the most complicated things that we do, right? Step 4, which fortunately I've already done, but I want to show you and take your feedback. So once these 1 to 4 is the toughest steps in terms of creativity and tools and science, all those things. Step 5, 6, and 7 is like a robot should be able to do this. right?
Yeah.
And I think we obviously advise our clients, never to, hire robots, because their LinkedIn account will get locked and they will lose their account forever. Uh, because LinkedIn doesn't like it, and they will ban your account if you use,
Bots.
any kind of bots.
Mm.
So what then we do? We connect with every one of the 700 people that we identified in step 4, right? One by one.
Mm.
We call them by their name. We greet them, by saying something, and then we tell what we can do and attach this video.
Okay.
And if they show any kind of interest by accepting your connection, we then send them out a second message in step 6, right? And then step 7 is, in your case, we can't, close any sale because you're not some B2B product. We have to, basically arrange a meeting for you so that you can take it from there.
Mm.
Right? So this is what we do in selling. What we do typically is, we start with selling, Ibrahim. We create the ground, the people, and then we start marketing. Okay, this is at a much later time. We don't do marketing in the beginning because we believe that you're not connected to the right audience, right?
Right.
There's no point in every day creating a post and sending it to the same people who will keep seeing, your friends, family, colleagues from previous organization.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have clients in your connections, you're wasting your time doing marketing.
Yeah.
Right? So we do this step 1 to 6, maybe 3 months, 6 months down the line, when we have got like 1,000 clients connected with you.
Mm.
Right? So that's what we do, the marketing. And this is how much we charge. We charge $100 for marketing, charge $200 for selling, and anything else that we do, we charge $300. So this is roughly
Okay.
pricing structure. So I think, we have learned enough about each other. So far, any questions, Ibrahim?
No, it makes it a bit more clearer to
Okay,
what
cool.
already I have, which is good.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, now let's go to your dashboard. So this is, where's your dashboard? Okay, so this is your dashboard that we created, by when we had a chat with, Dr. Swat. So basically, we have identified, 4 segments like this. Okay,
Mhm.
it's a total of 2,125 people. Okay, so let me click on this first segment. Okay, of let's see what this first segment opens for us. So these are approximately 1,000 people from the MENA region, working for companies which have more than 10,000 plus people.
Yeah.
Right? Seniority level, we have included, some kind of, seniority. And then we are only targeting. So this is what I call, like, micro targeting. Literally, we don't do this normally, but we start with this to begin. We go to the direct people who are
Mm.
involved in L&D,
Yeah.
because we know that these are not the only people, who might hire you, or hire, or you might, enroll in your courses. There might be other people in HR, other people in training. There are so many more than learning and development. Okay,
Yeah.
but we decided, let's target learning and development first. Okay, as a first thing. So which is why we call this, L&D, MENA L&D. All right. So we start with the MENA L&D segment, then we move to MENA HR, then we might move to MENA training, slowly as we, move, down the line. Okay. So this is by role, which is the role of the person, the role the person is working in learning and development. We also then work for, go to country by country. Okay. Once either we finish this first, okay, because, we're going to start with only one person. We will, go sequentially. We'll do, 10,000 plus people first, 5,000 to 10,000. So what does this mean? I'll just tell you. If I click on this 265, this 265 will open exactly the same thing, but the company headcount is
Smaller.
between 5,000 and 10,000, right? And
Okay.
everything else is the same. So head of learning for EMAR, for the Saudi National Bank,
Mm.
the Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank. So all these are decent sized companies, decent sized people, all head of learning. So we'll go out and reach out to all these 261 people. So that's what we will do. We'll start with 1,000. And whenever we have done, let's say some part, we will say, okay, 250 has been contacted. 50 has been connected. 5 have engaged, and 2 people have converted, something like this. So we'll keep on filling this dashboard so that you know exactly where we are in the process. As we work. Okay. So so that's the thing, right? And then this one, if you look at it, ideally, the way we do it for other clients is we, maybe if Dr. Swad has somebody, or maybe you, we can borrow your credibility or credential. Then we make this as Ibrahim. So it becomes, we reach out from Ibrahim's LinkedIn and target all the CXOs and VPs in Saudi first. Right? If I click on that CXOs and VPs, it's basically Saudi, see somewhat large companies, CXOs and VPs. We see, if you look at here, we are not going to the second level people. This is all the top level people, right? So here we are going to directors, managers, partners, senior, vice president, whatever, But in this one, it's only CXOs and VPs. And only from these 3 different functions: administrative function, education function, HR function. Right? So it will be like this VP of human capital, EVP of head performance and reward at the Saudi National Bank. So these are like one level above people, if you may, right? So this is like, I won't say this is bottom, but these are not like CXO type of people. Okay, these are little bit lower end, second layer, tier 2. But these are the relevant people. These are the absolute relevant people. But these people are not exactly relevant, but they are senior to take decisions. And we go country by country, and we see which country is able to give us the best results. And then we focus more on that country, etc., etc. And then we also can target by a particular product, like women in leadership. That is one of your products. So we develop a video for that product, and then we go country by country or whatever that we do. So this is what we do. So roughly, this is our game plan, Ibrahim.
No, it sounds very good. Because I've been discussing with Saad in terms of what our services are, and one area which we haven't really pushed hard on is consultancy. And it links very closely with program or training. So we were approached by one client who's interested in providing training programs, but they're still in the early stages. So we offered them a range of consultancy. So if I just give me an example of a few items that we've discussed with them, and I'm thinking these could be our strong points in terms of providing. Give me 1 second. So things like vendor selection process. So review the requirements and vendors' applications, shortlist the vendors, recommend a most suitable vendor.
Okay, so that's very interesting. That's really it's very different from what you currently do, isn't it?
Yeah. So what it is, because it's linked in terms of, so the company, it's a corporate, they want say leadership programs. 3 sets of leadership programs.
I see.
But they don't know.
Okay.
It's still within the same area in training programs.
Okay.
So they want to find a university or a university or learning executive training center to come and deliver this leadership training. So that RFP, and they sent it out. And they went to the top universities across. So they're doing the partnership part of what we do, but they're doing it themselves.
Yes.
But then they don't know what the next step is in terms of. So they want us to come in and help them say which university is going to provide the best program that works best for them at the best price. So it's that vendor selection of training, executive training programs.
Okay, so it's actually so the way we can do this is go slightly differently, Ibrahim. First, we can say you so you're basically like a matchmaker, right? You try to
Yeah.
understand the client, okay,
Mm.
whoever it is, and you try to understand their needs. So you have this catalog of leadership training that you have already got, right? That is on the
Mhm.
left hand side, and on
Yeah.
the right hand side is the need, or the the need from executives in MENA, right? So what you're doing is you're trying to match them. And let's say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of courses right now,
Yeah.
and the people in MENA needs A, B, C, D, and E, right? Now the good thing is, when they need A, you simply say, oh, that's easy. I've got, when you need A, come, do one, women in
Yeah.
leadership. When you need B, oh, that's also easy. You do B. B is 2 for us, right?
Mm.
So you keep mapping these two things and say, look, we've already mastered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Don't waste your time if you're searching for any of these, things,
Yeah.
right? Already, right? But let's say you want, P or Q or R, yes, right? So you want, something else. We don't have it, right?
Yes.
Then in that case, what we do, we go and find the uni or the executive education provider, right? And
Yeah.
then we
So I broke it down even first. So first is the vendor selection.
yeah,
Um, Again, we can say find an alternative vendor.
yeah,
So that was in terms of they've already sent the RFP, and so they're people like universities are approaching them saying, I can do it, I can do it.
mm,
So one option is we say, okay, we can also find you other universities different to the ones you've already received. So to compete in finding that partnership.
sure,
That's another one.
sure,
Um, Reviewing the vendor programs and then work with the company or the client to create a bespoke program. So this is a tailoring.
yeah. Understand your bespoke requirements,
Yeah.
or your RFP, basically, right?
Yeah. No,
Uh,
but even yeah, so even the clients, because the universities would approach them with an off-the-shelf course that they provide,
mhm,
and then we can work with the client to say,
exactly.
actually, we want to change it. This doesn't fit our goals, our
Mm.
focus in terms of what we want to cover in the program. Could you add this or remove this? So we can help bespoke the program. Um,
Yeah, our provider. Okay, and then tailor the whole program to further suit um, the company, right? So
yeah,
basically, so you try to understand their bespoke requirements. You try to find the right university amongst the many that offer the same or similar kind of a thing.
yeah,
Even after finding the best university, you further work with them and try to tailor them to meet the exact needs of the company, so that the course looks like, and feels like it has been personally done for the company, rather than just a run of the mill product.
correct. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so this is something that we can try to bring it out in the thing, because then it becomes a story. Right now what you're telling
yeah,
me is the story, right? So
mm,
so basically you say we are in the business of, so for example, in for my own company, right, what I say is, we are in the business of finding the right solution, or
mm,
right technology solution for your business problem.
yeah,
Right? Now sometimes that technology could come from one of our own products, but sometimes it could come from a best of breed product that's available in the market that we don't own,
yeah,
right? So
mm,
for us, it doesn't matter what is the tool, but our job is to make sure we find the best tool available in the market, and then tailor it in order to fit your bespoke requirements, and make sure that the program actually delivers a success, as opposed to simply pointing you out to a provider and say, yeah, now you go and finish it.
correct. Yeah,
So you say we help Middle East and North Africa companies to uh, to 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 go through the end-to-end process, and be your partner, be your lifelong partner, not just provide some pointers or courses, or we play
Correct.
the whole 9 yards, something
Yeah.
like that.
And then even within that, there's assessment, evaluation of programs.
Yeah.
So we can add to those, even be part of the delivery if it's English or Arabic.
Yes. No, I
Um,
think we can do the whole 9 yards. So
yeah,
basically, you can come out with like your services is almost like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You do all these 9 yards,
yeah,
all of these 9 things you do, and everything in between, because you say my success is directly linked to your success,
okay,
and your success comes only when the end, your executives are trained and then practicing what they're trained on, and then doing, so it's working with them on a continuous basis, something like that. So we can prepare this kind of the
story.
9 year
Yeah,
story. Yeah.
yeah. And then from that, you can say, yeah, like you said at the top, is we have already direct links with some universities to provide some courses, so we can provide you our own in-house or our own
Yeah. Yeah.
bespoke,
Oh, exactly. So it's
or we
almost
can
like
find you other ones.
exactly. So these are our end-to-end service catalog, and that is 1 to 9. And then you say these are our end-to-end product catalog, which we have already done this, right? Women in leadership is something that we have already, you don't want to rediscover the whole thing, because
Yeah,
we have done the whole damn thing for you,
yeah,
right? So we have the 10 things that we have already finished,
yeah,
and the 9 steps that we can do for you if you want something outside the 10.
yeah. And then
So
I
you
think that,
become
like you said, that makes a good story.
yeah, you become then nobody can say no to you, right? It's like you do the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
um,
So the next step is I wanted to, because the website doesn't really cover much of any consultancy at the moment.
yeah,
So I was going to create a new tab and start introducing the consultancy
sure.
items that we do.
Yeah, absolutely, I think that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. So let's do that, Mohammed, Ibrahim. I think what would be useful is um, we can provide you with a sample story, Ibrahim,
Mm.
like how to write a story, because I think we both agree on the story itself, right? It's like
Yeah,
it's pretty easy. If you can take a stab at it, just changing the names, and because I don't know any of these these services, which you yourself will find out. Maybe it's a good timing for this. If you fill
yeah,
this up, you'll be able to fill up your website also very nicely.
yeah.
And this is probably, it's already available with you. Okay, you just have to just list down all your courses, right?
Okay.
And then we'll add a few sentences before and a few sentences after, which will be, we are already in partnership with 7 out of the top 10 universities or something like that. We'll add a few things which will make your program a bit more credible.
Yes.
On this. Yeah, I think then we can get started, actually. Yeah.
Okay, no, that sounds good. And in terms of the story, so do you just want me to fill this in, or do you actually have a template or
I'll give you a sample story, because I think it's easier for, so our stories are really like I mean have you, let me see if I can show you something. So it's like yeah, just see if this is there. Okay. Let me just stop sharing it and share it again with you.
Okay.
Because if I play video, it will not share properly. So this is something that we created just a few days ago. Okay, so look at this. So it's actually, for a doctor who's starting a certain service for, people in all over the world. So,
Yeah.
it goes like this, right? And the doctor is not even telling anything about, the thing, but it's all about the background.
Yeah.
It's about women, it's about, menopause, it's about what sort of health conditions. And, she's just opening a new business around, women's health,
Yeah.
and in a very natural way. And she tells a story, in this video. And
Yeah.
this is, I just show that this is her actually. Where is, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the only place where there is actually a picture of the real person,
Hmm.
right? And this picture also we just asked her to give us, and then and that's it, right? It
Yeah.
finishes. So it's always a story, and the way the story got created is by a simple storyline,
Hmm.
um, which is, look at this. I'll just show you the storyline, right? These are all feedback. Okay, let me just. It's real because we don't complicate things, Ibrahim. It's really simple. Look at this. Health and well-being are trends progressing at lightning in 2021. The every sentence is like half or three-fourth of a line. So why do
Hmm.
some women feel left behind? There's so much misinformation. Women are fighting back. Modern lifestyles, hormonal changes. There's enough science. The good news, what women need. This is me. I can help you with the 7 things, etc. So it's literally 10 sentences.
Hmm.
Okay. But in your case, you need a few more sentences because of your services.
Yeah.
We can just add them as one slide on just services, all your 7 services,
Yeah.
and one slide on, because we don't want to focus on that itself. We want to focus on the story.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to know more detailed stuff about your thing, they can always come to your website and look at what
Each
are all the
service.
7 services, or what are all the 20 ones that you already have, right?
Hmm.
Because when you're telling a story, the speed should not break.
Yeah.
You don't want them to read your detailed services. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
So I can just share this with you, or share, because it's about telling this. We'll help you. Don't worry about how you get it, right? So
Yeah.
the way we start is, we always start with why are we doing this,
Hmm.
right? We always start with why, right? What do you believe? We believe that there is a significant something is lacking.
Yeah.
Or we always start with why do we exist, right? Then we go to the what. So what do we offer? So we offer end-to-end services, right? Then we offer a catalog of products, so courses, right? Already catalog of courses already tailor made for Middle East,
Yeah.
right? This is what you offer. Then you say, how are you different? How are you different? Because you should say, in the why itself, you will say, uh, why why are we doing this when there are more than 1,000 universities that are delivering similar courses,
Hmm.
right? Why are we doing this? So what's the need for us to come and what is a big deal about tailoring this for Middle East,
Yeah.
right? So that's why you're different. You're different. We are unique because we do not we do not just focus on the content of the course, but on how it will be consumed by the Middle Eastern executives, right? How to make it fit for their culture. So fit for culture, fit for, so that it does not become um, one of something, it's something that they can relate to. So this is the style that we follow, 2 to 3 sentences on why do we exist, what do we do, again 3, 4, 6 sentences, how are we different, why are we different, how are we different, right? Because and this is how we finish, when you and all our videos will follow the a similar pattern basically. So I'll share with you the why. This is our framework: why, what, and how. Right, and you will never get it right the first time. So don't worry about it. That's why we are there to see. When we try to do this first time, it never comes out correctly, because first time there is nobody in the world who knows this better than you.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't try to become experts immediately. We try to become people who understand your world slowly. Okay.
Yes.
So we don't try to claim that we know everything under the sun. So I'm just sharing it right now here. Okay.
Okay.
Take a look at it. I think you're also added in this. So take a look at it, and don't worry too much about it. Just whatever comes to your mind, write it. Right.
Okay.
We will change it dramatically. We want to just know what do you have in your mind, and then change that dramatically, so that we can then put that into a video format like this. I hope you like this video format.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not sure about how the writing is a white box around the text, but maybe it's just to make it clearer.
Yeah. It's we can do without the thing. It's just all their preference. Different clients prefer different styles, so we can do without the white, without all kinds of things. So you should. I mean, if you want to look at like many samples that we have done, you can also go look at it, in our website. So there's like huge who we are, our clients. Yeah, there's actually a full list of things that we have done in terms of videos that we have created for our clients. So you can actually look at, no, let me send you a easy, I think
Link.
you will know it. Yeah, link. It's easier for you to. There's quite a few videos that you can take a look at it.
Okay.
And everything has slightly different style, but yours is, for you, it's really important, Ibrahim, to be really precise and clear, rather than colorful and all those kind of things. You just need the precision to come on board, right?
Okay.
So that's the video part is pretty straightforward. We'll take care of the video part. The other thing is this one, right? I hope you in order for you to see this link, Kisha, do you remember whether Dr. Swad has a LinkedIn Sales Navigator already? So I don't know whether she's bought this subscription.
I think she does. Though
she's got LinkedIn. She's got LinkedIn Professional.
Yeah, I think we need Sales Navigator. You see. Yeah, Sales Navigator is slightly above Professional. So she knows it. She knows that she needs to get this.
How much does it cost?
It must be around 50 pounds or 50, 60 pounds. I don't really know.
Okay.
But it's
find that.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's like yeah, I think this is the one, 70 pounds a month or 600. Yeah, it's 60 or 55 actually. 55 per month.
If you get a year subscription.
If you get a year subscription. But if I remember right, she's already paying some money, so it should not be much for her to change this.
Mm.
But she knows this very well. She knows that she has to have a otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, so you can also research our target audience, whether these target audience are right or wrong.
Mm.
Right. And whether this is because the faster we are able to deliver value, the easier you will also be working with us for much longer time, isn't it? You will never let us go, right? So yeah, that's why it's important to hit the right set of people in the very beginning. Otherwise we'll be wasting a lot of time talking to all sorts of people.
Okay, so we can review that. Okay.
Yeah. And we can share the links with you. I think it's already shared with everybody, but Kisha can share the link for this dashboard.
Okay, but before we can access it, she needs that sales thing.
Yeah. Without Sales Navigator, you won't be able to access the link.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, makes sense.
So two things. First you need to give us a story so that we can start writing it. Second, even these 1,000 people here, right? This 1,000 people, the 265 people, I really think they are quite targeted. But sometimes you might want to tell me, look, Anis, these are good people, but let's start with these guys, the Saudi CXOs.
Mm.
Because the chances of a CXO quickly agreeing to do this with you is much better than a chance of a low level guy, because he's like totally clueless. But the low level guy is what will be sending you the RFPs. These are the guys who will be sending you the RFPs.
Yes.
Yeah, but it depends on where your message is going to resonate.
Mm. Okay.
Right. But anyway, I think it's my thinking that we should target by role first before we target by country. But I want you also to take a look at it. Just to be sure.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Alrighty. Then what else? What else is there? Any other questions you have?
No, I think I'm good. So we'll start with the story,
Yeah.
and then we can make sure we got the Sales Navigator and
Stories, Navigator.
Target audience. Okay.
Absolutely. That's what we want to do.
And then in terms of turnaround, how long does it take usually to create the video or the story?
It should take us a week or two max.
Okay. Once we have everything. Okay.
Yeah, once we have everything. Because see, it takes us just a day to make the first cut. So it's not like a week or two to, but we do it again and again and again until it becomes
get it finished.
Really finished. Because everything we do is like straight away, simple, easy, but we just try to make it better and better and better, so that it is workable.
Okay, that sounds good.
Cool. Anything else? I mean, generally, I know you guys, but just so what do you do, Ibrahim? You work for this now, or what do you do?
Yeah, so I work with Suad on this. So I'm more the business development manager.
I see.
But I review most things with her. But I'm not full time on IEL International. I have another permanent job, which is in financial services. It has things in similar in terms of I'm delivering software solutions. So I work with the clients, find their requirements, deliver their requirements, and make sure they've got what they need. So end-to-end process as well.
Got it. Okay.
So it makes sense to have that story and make sure we cover the end-to-end process.
Yeah, I think see, my take on this is so far, right, whatever I've worked with Dr. Swad, what I have not really understood is she's not been not she, I mean, at least I haven't really I know the idea, the concept is clear to me, that you help tailor a course for the right mindset of the I can relate to it myself, right? In my day job, all these big guys, keeps on throwing trainings at us.
Yes.
And I go attend this training. They're so expensive, like quite expensive
Mm.
training programs, but they have not taken any kind of measures to make it relevant for me,
Yes.
right? Their case studies are wrong. Their idea about who we are is wrong.
Yes.
Their exercises are wrong.
Mm.
They have no clue what our business is many times. So I know what it means to tailor the
Mm.
courses, right? It's almost like that trainer should have worked with me or one of my colleagues and tailored his entire experience to suit my company, my culture, my target list of clients, my kind of conversation. You know what I'm saying. It needs to be conversed. So that's what I think you guys are trying to do. But I'm not able to imagine that.
Mm.
How would you do that? Even if you take women in leadership, and I'm sure it will be the number one question on the heads of all your key executives that you're going to connect. You should be able to
Approach.
say
Yeah.
you should be able to say your how, which is why we are different.
Mhm.
We are different because we make any course, we take the best knowledge and make it consumable for a Middle Eastern oil and gas executive,
Yeah.
because it's their context is different. How do we
Mm.
contextualize, and then you say, this is how we do it. We do this one, we do this two, we do this three, right? And you sometimes you think, oh, that's my answer, but you have to give
Yeah.
that answer. Without
Yeah.
giving them an answer, you leave them in a little bit of a
Not sure what you do.
yeah, like, what are you guys doing? Why are you
Yeah.
different? If I want economics, I go to LSE and get it done,
Mhm.
right? Why am I trying to bring an IEL? So you need to be very strong in your pitch.
Your needs. Yeah.
Why are you needed in this whole game?
Yeah.
I'm the consumer of value. The university is the producer of value. What are you
Yeah.
doing in between?
Yes. Which is the hard bit. Yeah, because we've had situations where we introduce them and then they go direct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that happens all the time because your value, you're not even sure about your own value.
Hmm.
So if you take my this example, I'm more than happy to teach Mariam or anyone else, for free. And then if they want to do it themselves, I'm more than happy, because my value is in execution,
Hmm.
right? And the money that I charge is so powerful, and the service that I offer is so valuable. It is
Yeah.
impossible for anybody else to beat me. So I'm
Hmm.
extremely open about what I do. What I do, what I do, because there's no secret here.
Yeah.
My power comes from my execution.
Hmm.
Everybody has great ideas, but only few people can execute it.
Correct. Yeah.
And I've got that power to execute it from the refugee camps,
Hmm.
which is why there is nothing for me to hide. I create all these things, I give it to you, and I don't even care if you want to do it yourself. It's okay. I think that's fine, because
Yeah.
I'm so sure of the value that I'm creating, and you have to be sure of that as well. What is the value that you're creating? Are you willing to show it clearly?
Yeah. Okay.
And,
Something
that's
to think about and see how we can make it more valuable.
exactly. No, you have to. I think so. That should be your video, because you should almost say, look, there are thousands of good quality executive education available.
Hmm.
There are thousands of top companies in MENA or Middle East who needs that thing.
Yes.
But why is there a massive dissatisfaction?
Hmm.
Or why is there a huge gap between great quality education and the need for such an education. So both are there, but still there is huge disappointment at the end of the course.
Yes.
Right? Why is that? Is the quality bad? Is the expectations not right?
Yes.
Okay, having seen hundreds of such situations, we came to the conclusion that the missing ingredient is the context. Number one, the missing ingredient is the context of the Middle Eastern companies, number one. Number two, the inability for the UK or any top university to come down to each of the Middle East, the company, and try to understand their context. So the lack of time,
Yes.
and the lack of time and the lack of
even resources, to come and do it.
to do stuff,
Yeah.
So even though the gap is obvious, what is the gap? Lack of context. The universities are unable to fill that gap.
Yeah.
And that's where we come in. We understand the need on one side, we understand the product on the other side, and we try to bring in the context, the culture, the relevance.
And it's we give them more uptake once the people train. They actually evaluate it and are happy with what they received.
Exactly. I think that's what it should know. Sure.
Okay. Thanks for the insight.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. I think that's been a cool 1 hour again. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you for being very patient with us.
Nice to meet you, Anis, and thanks for organizing.
Thank you so much, Anis. Thank you, Dr. Ibrahim, for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kisha.
Okay. And Eid Mubarak to everyone.
Oh, yeah. Eid Mubarak to you guys. It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Burberry.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anis. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.